So Everton Football Club losing that game at Old Trafford. Anyway, let me start off with you. Uncharacteristic of Everton, I always expect them to give United a hard time, at least if not even win the game, compete. Yesterday, very uninventive performance.
Look, maybe in the second half, but I thought that they were actually the better side for much of the game, much of the first half as well. They created a lot of chances, but it reminds me of the game at Goodison Park. Again, Everton were the better side. However, they managed to concede 3 goals and lose that game 3-0. It's missed chances for Everton. Across both games, at Goodison Park and at Old Trafford, they've had 42 shots on goal. 30 of those shots have been inside the box, yet they've conceded 5 goals and then not scored any. That is the sign of a side that is struggling for goals. They create the chances, but when it gets into good positions, the decision-making and the final bits of the pitch is not good enough. They started this game really well. They were actually dominating United. That goal came against the run of play. And it was because Everton were pushing so far up the field that they were leaving spaces at the back, allowed United to play the ball into Garnacho, and some really bad tackles. First from Tarkowski, who was horrendous when it came to diving in for tackles. I think prior to that, he had conceded a yellow card for a tackle on Kobe Menu. And then this reckless tackle on Garnacho, who was going nowhere, by the way. There was no danger. He decided to lunge in. Same with Ben Godfrey. There was no danger. Garnacho had somehow managed to find his way into the box, but he was running straight at Harrison, who would have made the challenge. And then a silly challenge from Ben Godfrey. United should be worried, because I don't think, aside from those 2 goals in the first half, those 2 penalties, they were non-existent as an attacking force.
You sound like Roy Keane. Roy Keane is never happy even when United wins matches. No. I mean, they are labouring side. Shouldn't they hold on to this?
Look, it's good. They won the game. They got a clean sheet. That's fine. They scored 2 goals. But it speaks of deeper problems within the United set. If they meet a better side, a more clinical side, they probably concede 2 or 3 in that first half.
In fact, they've conceded the 3rd most shots. They've allowed the 3rd most shots at goal, barring Sheffield United and West Ham.
That should tell you that defensively, so many things is not right. I have assessed this Man United setup, and I've tried my best to compare it to last season. And as a manager, there's an area that you really wouldn't like to touch. That is your goalkeeper and your back line. The longer they play together, the better they get. But Erik ten Hag, unfortunately due to injury, has been unable to pick his best back line throughout the season.
In fact, they've had to do with a makeshift left back since the 2nd round.
He's never picked Dalot, Luke Shaw, Martinez, and Varane together as a pair whole season. It has never happened. The next moment, it is Varane, and then what? Evans. The next one is Varane,
Lindelof in the mix.
So there isn't any chemistry on how to defend as a unit, as a block. It is one department where if you are not moving together as a unit, it makes it extremely, because if one person...
Because there always has to be communication. And I saw an instance in the Liverpool game today where Van Dijk was basically screaming at his defensive partners to communicate on plays.
That is going to make life extremely difficult. Look, it wasn't pretty. And fundamentally, I believe the reason why the Man United win wasn't pretty is the very sluggish way in which they just gave possession away.
Exactly.
Too many turnovers at this level. Too many turnovers unacceptable, especially from Scott McTominay, especially from players like Rashford,
even Casemiro.
Even Casemiro, uncharacteristic of him. For him, we know that he's a very good passer of the ball. The manner in which they gave the ball away without any pressure. So like Edwin said, if you do that against a quality opposition, you get beat. You get beat all day. So yes, I think the only genuine positive was the fact that they had a clean sheet. But even that, you look at Everton finishing, and you have to question.
Albert Lewin is looking for a goal in over 15 matches.
That's right.
Beto, the big name signing, is not scoring as well.
And then Andrea Nana had to make some very brave saves. There was one situation where he had to virtually dive and then get hold of the ball.
Onana actually kept United in this game.
Exactly. But for him, I think they would have conceded. But look, it goes a long way to tell you that if you look at what we saw this afternoon and what United are offering, look, I agree they are 10 years back. 10 years behind. That is the
Coach Nimley says Manchester United are a decade away from Liverpool and Manchester City.
Jurgen Klopp is going. I want to be the next manager of Liverpool. You know why?
Why?
The team is set up. No.
Lovely stuff. Coach says he would love the Liverpool job.
Yes.
I'm curious to see what kind of business Liverpool will do in the summer. I'm sure they will have a few more goodies to even spice up the setup right now. Let's